Hello, peeps. Yeah, buddy. Welcome to another Power Packed Phillips podcast. That would be nice for breakfast, especially on Valentine's Day. Anyway, I digress. Please make a note. Your homework tonight is workbook page 17, problems 16 and 17 and 18. Please make a note. Homework tonight is workbook page 17, problems 16, 17, and 18. Let's get started. Alrighty guys, today's podcast is going to be on lesson 3.2 again, solving two-step equations part 2. So if you would, in your notes/homework spiral, please write lesson 3.2, solving two-step equations part 2 in your notes/homework spiral. If you would, please take a moment to copy the equation. This is the variable z. Please copy the equation. This is the variable z. We said in yesterday's podcast that this is an equation because it has an equal sign. And the crazy math teacher said the first thing he likes to do is he likes to draw a line right here down the equal sign whenever we have an equation. So on your paper, please draw a line down that equal sign. When I have equations, I always like to see if I have the distributive property and do the distributive property first. I don't see the distributive property. We do not have the distributive property here. So the first thing that the crazy math teacher is going to do is he is going to suggest that you get rid of that fraction. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that fraction because it's easier to work without fractions. Now, you cannot, excuse me, sorry about that. There we go. You cannot just cross out the 3. It's not that simple. There's a method to getting rid of that fraction. So this is how we're going to get rid of it. Z over 3, this fraction bar means to divide. So this means division here. So we're dividing by 3. Remember, to solve an equation, you do the inverse or opposite operation. To solve an equation, you're always going to do the opposite operation. So, follow my logic. The opposite of dividing by 3 is to, you got it, you're a good reader, multiply by 3. The opposite of dividing by 3 is to multiply by 3. The opposite of dividing by 3 is to multiply by 3. So, look carefully. We're going to multiply every term by 3. We're going to multiply every term by 3. So this is a term, and we're going to write on a paper that we are multiplying by 3. Why am I multiplying by 3? Because it's the opposite of dividing by 3. I'm going to multiply every term. This is a term. I'm going to multiply it by 3. I'm going to multiply by every term. This is a term. I'm going to multiply by 3. So I multiplied every term by 3. Alrighty, here we go. I'm going to multiply each term by 3. So I have -1 times 3, or -1 times a positive 3. -1 times 3 is going to give me -3. I'm going to bring down my equal sign. Now, I could go into a long, complicated, convoluted explanation here, but I'm not going to because the Bears are on TV tonight against the Packers. So let me just show you the shortcut, the fastest way. Here's the shortcut, or the fastest way to do this part. If I am multiplying by 3 and dividing by 3, they're going to cancel each other out. They are going to cross each other out. Now let's use blue. So I'm going to cross out the divide by 3 and the multiply by 3. That's the shortcut. Multiplying by 3 is opposite dividing by 3. They just cross each other out. So I'm really just left with the variable z. I'm left with the variable z, so I'm going to bring down a z. Now I'm going to multiply here. Negative 7 times 3 is going to give me negative 21. So this is my equation so far. Negative 3 equals z minus 21. The next thing I'm going to do is hearts and stars. That's going to be a heart. This will be a star. This will be a star. Now remember, in math, whenever you cross this line, you do the inverse or opposite operation. Whenever you cross that line, you're going to do the inverse or opposite operation. So I see that I have a star here and a star over here. So I'm going to bring this negative 21 across this line. But remember, when I cross this line, I do the opposite. So I'm going to say the opposite of subtracting 21 is to add 21. Or the opposite of a negative 21 is a positive 21. Remember, when we're working with equations, you do the same thing on both sides of the equation. So if I put a plus 21 here, I put a plus 21 over here. The fastest, quickest way is that these will cancel each other. If you take your handy dandy calculator and do 3 negative plus 21, bada bing, bada boom, you should get 18. Here's my equal sign. There's my dog. So I have z equals 18. Or you can say 18 equals z. All right, let's take a moment to check our answer. We said that z is 18. So I am going to substitute or plug and chug 18 in for the variable z. Now I'm going to follow my order of operations. I don't have any parentheses. I don't have any exponents. I'm looking for multiplication or division from left to right. Well, this means division in math. So actually I have 18 divided by 3. This is 18 divided by 3. 18 divided by 3 gives me 6. Now I'll just copy the rest of my equation. Now I will say that this negative 1 is being covered up so I don't confuse myself. And I will say, what is 6 minus 7? Well, 6 minus 6 gives me 0. So 6 minus 7 has to give me negative 1. What was my answer? My answer was negative 1. So, since these are the same, my equation does work. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll enjoy watching the Bears game tonight. You'll find out real quick tomorrow if I'm grumpy or not, if they want or not. Later.